His day in Martin County Court, 19 years after Andrea Parsons disappears. You're looking at Chester Price, accused of first-degree murder and kidnapping in the disappearance of the 10-year-old in 1993. There are a few details tonight about how detectives believe they have tied Price to the cold case that has haunted a family and a community for nearly 2 decades. Right now, the memories flood back for loved ones, friends, and investigators who to this day have not reported being able to find any trace of Parsons. Angela Cruz is part of the largest news team on the Treasure Coast. She's live in Port Salerno tonight. Angela?
Kelly, good evening to you. I'm standing right in front of the intersection of Ebbtide Avenue and Seward Street in Port Salerno on July 11th, 1993. This was the last place 10-year-old Andrea Parsons was ever seen alive. Nearly 2 decades later, the sheriff-elect of Martin County, William Snyder, recalls the frantic search and the investigation that led nowhere until now. William Snyder walked back in time with me tonight on the road where Andrea Parsons was kidnapped as she walked home from a grocery store. On that summer day in 1993, he was chief of detectives for the Martin County Sheriff. He can never forget the phone call about a missing juvenile.
It was really unheard of in Martin County at that time for a child to disappear and just never be found again.
Snyder remembers the inch-by-inch search of woods and a nearby neighborhood.
Just picture you're a cop. How do you find out if she's in there? You got to go in there. We went all along those tracks and through that vegetation area in there, checking for remains.
Snyder said the sheriff's office worked around the clock, leaving no stone unturned in the Port Salerno neighborhood where Parsons vanished.
It felt like we dug a piece of Martin County up.
But all that digging still has yet to reveal any trace of Parsons. Detectives will not yet disclose the clues they say tied Chester Price to this cold case. They now hope for a murder and kidnapping conviction for some small measure of peace for a little girl's grieving mother.
Here we are almost 20 years later with me coming back to the sheriff's office and maybe a major step towards resolving this case once and for all.
Martin County detectives have long believed another man, Claude Davis, was with Chester Price that night. Davis was arrested but never tried for Parsons' kidnapping. Because the charge was dropped, legal experts say Davis cannot be tried again in this case. As for Price, the state attorney says he could be arraigned on first-degree murder and kidnapping charges in the next few weeks. Live in Port Salerno, Angela Cruz, WPTV News Channel 5.